Hey there, true crime fans. Welcome back to another deep dive into a case that has left many questions unanswered and many hearts broken. Today I'm diving into one of the most chilling and unresolved cases in Austin's history, the 1991 yogurt shop murders. This case has baffled investigators and haunted the community for decades. On a cold December night in 1991, Austin was shocked by a crime so brutal it still haunts the community to this day. The city, known for its vibrant music scene and friendly atmosphere, was forever changed. Firefighters were called to the I Can't Believe It's yogurt shop on West Anderson Lane due to reports of smoke. What they thought would be a routine call turned into a nightmare. What they found inside was beyond horrifying. The scene was something out of a horror movie, but tragically it was all too real. 4 teenage girls, Amy Ayers, Jennifer Harbison, Sarah Harbison, and Eliza Thomas, were brutally murdered. These young lives were cut short in the most violent way imaginable. Their bodies were discovered amidst the flames, tied up with their own clothes and shot in the head. The brutality of the crime left the community in a state of shock and mourning. The scene was so grotesque that even seasoned homicide detectives were left shaken. It was a crime that defied logic and humanity. The outcry for justice was immediate and intense. The community rallied together, demanding answers and swift action from law enforcement. 8 years later, 4 young men were charged: Forrest Wellborn, Maurice Pierce, Robert Springsteen, and Michael Scott. The arrests brought a glimmer of hope that justice would finally be served. But the case against them was anything but straightforward. The evidence was murky, and the investigation was fraught with complications. 2 of the men, Wellborn and Pierce, were eventually released due to lack of evidence. This development only added to the confusion and frustration surrounding the case. However, Springsteen and Scott faced trial. The courtroom became a battleground for conflicting testimonies and questionable evidence. They were convicted largely based on their own confessions, which they later recanted, claiming they were coerced by police. The validity of these confessions became a focal point of controversy. Springsteen was sentenced to death and Scott received life in prison. The harsh sentences were met with mixed reactions as doubts about their guilt persisted. But the shadow of doubt loomed large. Many questioned whether the real killers were still out there, free to commit more crimes. Allegations surfaced that the confessions were forced, involving some very questionable tactics by the police. These allegations cast a dark shadow over the entire investigation. One photo even showed a detective pointing a gun at Scott's head during interrogation. This shocking image raised serious concerns about police misconduct. These revelations led to their convictions being overturned. The legal system had to acknowledge the possibility of a grave miscarriage of justice. After nearly a decade behind bars, Springsteen and Scott were released, but the real killers were still out there. The case remained as cold as ever, with no new leads in sight. The investigation was marked by false leads and dead ends. Each new tip seemed to lead nowhere, adding to the frustration of both investigators and the victims' families. Over 50 false confessions had to be sifted through, including one from serial killer Kenneth McDuff. The sheer number of false leads made the investigation even more complex. His confession was nothing more than a desperate attempt to delay his own execution. It was a cruel twist in an already heartbreaking case. Yet some pieces of the puzzle remain tantalizingly out of reach. The case is like a jigsaw with missing pieces, leaving everyone involved feeling incomplete. Witnesses reported seeing 2 unidentified men in the shop just before closing on that fateful night. These sightings could be crucial, but the men have never been identified. These men have never been identified. Their sketches remain as haunting reminders of the unknown elements in this case. DNA evidence from the crime scene doesn't match Springsteen or Scott, leaving the case wide open. This crucial piece of evidence suggests that the real perpetrators are still at large. Today, the Austin yogurt shop murders remain one of the most haunting, unsolved cases in American crime history. The lack of closure continues to weigh heavily on the community. The families of Amy, Jennifer, Sarah, and Eliza continue to seek justice, hoping that one day new evidence will finally bring the true culprits to light. Their quest for justice is a testament to their enduring love and commitment. If you found this video compelling, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more true crime stories. Stay curious, stay safe. Your support helps us continue to bring you these important stories.